23rd. My days may be wrong. Last Tuesday, anyway. We adjourned that meeting until 9 a.m. this morning for the purpose of certifying votes and other business. Before I even get into the certification of the votes and the consideration of the other business, the business that needs to come before it, anything to close business, and we also have determined that we have to verify and pay the bills for last month. So I'll go ahead and make an announcement now before we get into the continuation of this agenda. There will be a special call meeting, 10 a.m. on Monday. Does somebody have that date? To conduct the final business that will be conducted by the Troy City Commission. So with that, we'll get into those items that are continued over from the last meeting to make sure that we finalize things. I offer a resolution legally held on April the 30th, 1985, as provided by law, and whereas the municipal governing body of the City of Troy met on this first day of May, 1985, all members thereof being present at 9:00 a.m., and has canvassed the returns and has ascertained and determined the number of votes received by each candidate, and whereas the said municipal governing body has ascertained and determined the results of said election as follows. Councilman District 2, Box 2A, Baker 179, Reynolds 125. Box 2B, Baker 206, Reynolds 164. 3, Reynolds 301. Councilman District Number E, Byrd 66, Henderson 139. Absentees, Byrd 128, Henderson 90. Totals, Byrd 471, Henderson 452. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of Troy, Alabama as follows. Section 1, that Jimmy C. Lunsford received a majority of the votes cast for the office of mayor, and Jimmy C. Lunsford is hereby declared duly elected to that office. Section 2, that Johnny M. Warren received a majority of the votes cast for the office of Council District Number 1, and Johnny M. Warren is hereby declared duly elected to that office. Section 3, that Harry F. Baker received a majority of the votes cast for the office of Council District Number 2, and Harry F. Baker is hereby declared duly elected to that office. Section 4, that Alfonso Byrd received a majority of the votes cast for the office of Council District Number 5, and Alfonso Byrd is hereby declared duly elected to that office. I move for the adoption of this resolution. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Aye. Motion unanimously carries. Harry Baker, Council. I'm sorry. Council District Number 1, I just read it incorrectly. Harry Baker, Council District Number 2. Alan Booth, Council District Number 3. John Withington, Council District Number 4. Alfonso Byrd, Council District Number 5. Is there any further business? Meeting's adjourned. By the way, until noon Friday for the special.
Yes, it is. I have here in my hand 16 sheets of names submitted for absentee ballots for the City of Troy's runoff election on yesterday. Over 10% of the eligible registered voters for the City of Troy voted absentee on yesterday. That is an unusually high number of absentee ballots being cast for a city the size of Troy and for a municipal election. So yes, I plan to continue my quest for a challenge of the election on yesterday.
How will you go about challenging the results?
However, this young lady's name was submitted as Elaine Warren James on April 9th, and it's submitted as Elaine Warren on April 30th. Elaine Warren James has not been a resident of Troy, Alabama for at least 5 years or more. Sylvia White is a resident of Lotus Lane. Gloria White, Marilyn White, Wanda Passmore. These individuals are able-bodied residents of District 5, a greater percentage of them being unemployed.
Do you think there was an effort to keep you from winning?
Yes, I know that there was a concerted effort on the part of the white establishment in Troy, and there was a concerted effort on the part of certain blacks in Troy where you do not let certain individuals into office, and I'm one of those individuals that the establishment did not want in office, and I know for a reasonable fact that a great deal of money was given to certain people prior to the election on yesterday to get out and canvass votes to keep me out of office.
We talked about this last night. Someone seeing this today may say, well, sour grapes. She didn't win yesterday, that's why she's upset. How would you respond to that?
I respond to that by saying, I am not a sore loser. I have lost before. What my goals are in the best interest of the whole of Troy and Pike County. What I have done in the past and what I plan to continue to do is to better the future of my children, their children, and everyone in the city of Troy's children and their unborn children's children. I lost the election on yesterday because of voting irregularities and voting fraud, which is very evident in 16 pages of absentee application and absentee ballots. That's why I lost the election. I did not lose the election at the voting machines, and the evidence shows from the number of votes that were cast that I did not lose the election at the voting machine. I am not bitter about the fact that I did not come out ahead in the election. I am bitter by the fact that you have people doing illegal manners such as what we have here in these pages of absentee ballots.
Finally, how...
You tell me I was coming down, I was coming up them steps.
Take your clerk office so we can get these papers signed.
All right, yes, I got 2 suits here. All right, silver suits? Yes, sir. I have a pen, so I got it right. Okay. Okay, you got 5 defendants. 5. People okay on security?
Yes, I was gonna go back to it, I'm sure they are. Yes, sir. Okay. City. Okay, this will be yours, I believe. All right, sir. Okay. Your personal service? Yes. Unless you request the order, that would be all order. Write it all out of one, or okay. Circuit clerk. 1, 7,
What What specifically are you alleging, or what are you asking for in the lawsuit?
We're asking that the absentee ballots be investigated, well, that they be checked into, so that we are alleging that illegal absentee ballots were cast, and that if a recount is made and then absentee ballots are checked into, then certain absentee ballots will be thrown out, and that the plaintiffs in this lawsuit will be able to go into the respective seats that they legally didn't won, but were not given opportunity to take office.
Are you asking me to explain what you've done?
Well, I've taken legal actions to have the absentee ballots that were cast in the April 30th runoff election, to have those ballots, absentee ballots, questioned because there were so many irregularities concerning those ballots. People showing up to vote, somebody had already voted them absentee, challenge ballots being voted on the machine, these type of irregularities. And this is the reason I'm filing. There's no personal vendetta against anybody. It's to ensure that the political process is ran the way that it should be run, and not have so many irregularities when we have elections in Troy or anywhere for that matter.
Your suit deals specifically with your race.
Yes.
Solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Alabama,
of the State of Alabama,
so long as I continue
as long as I continue to be
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and honestly
and honestly
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
upon which I am
upon which I am
about to enter,
about to enter,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
We want to get a picture of all of us together, so you'll. We have one lady with pain back here, make sure you can see. Turn the meeting back over to Jimmy Floyd.
Will you please take your seats? One, Baker.
Aye. Mr. Baker. Mr. Booth. Aye. Aye. Councilman Burke. Therefore, Mr. Adam Booth is hereby appointed as council.
Reiterate that I pledge to everybody to work with this council and in this capacity that you, the people of District 3 have elected me to work with the entire council for the entire betterment. Thank you.
We'll now proceed with our agenda. The first is an ordinance regarding our rules of procedure. Section 11-43-52, the code of items of business at the organizational meeting of the council. It is the desire of this council to handle the city of Troy's business correctly and efficiently. We feel that by the establishment of these rules, it will serve to promote a business roll call on this vote. First of all, Councilwoman Warren.
District 2, yes.
3.
Let the record show that I declare the motion for unanimous consent or immediate consideration of an action on said item, that the order of procedure in all instances for meetings of the council shall be as follows. Section 1, that the rules or order of procedure herein contained shall govern deliberations and meetings unless public notice is given to the contrary and reason thereof. All matters of business to be brought before the council shall first be entered upon the agenda by the city clerk no later than noon, shall conform to the agenda as published prior to each scheduled meeting, and shall consist of, but not limited to, number 1, a call of order. Number 2, roll call. Reports of special committees. Number 6, reports of officers. Number 7, reading of petitions, applications, complaints, bills, communications, etc. Number 8, auditing accounts. Number 9, resolutions, ordinances, orders, and other business. Number 10, mayor or council members' comments. Section 10, motions shall be reduced to writing when required by the presiding officer of the council or any member of the council. All resolutions and ordinances shall be in writing. Section 11, motions to reconsider must be by a member who voted with the right of appeal to the council by any member. Section 14, the presiding officer of the council may, at his discretion, call any member to take a chair to allow him to address the council, make a motion, or discuss any other matter at issue. Section 15, motions to lay any matter on the table shall be first in order, and all questions of the council. Number 4, the Committee on Utilities, Water, Sewer, and Electric, to consist of 3 members of the council. Number 5, the Committee on Schools, Library, Recreation, and Hospital, to consist of 5 members of the council. Do I have a motion for the adoption of this resolution?
Whether you not so move this be done.
We have a motion by Councilman Baker.
I second the motion.
We have a second by Councilwoman Warren. Is there any discussion?
I still had this leg on me, and they had operated on it several times. I was still in a lot of pain, so they give me strong doses of pain medicine. This is every day for a long time. And then I started, well, they all of a sudden just cut me off from, the pain medications and things, and I was still in pain. And so I would go and get things, try to ease my pain and all. And then it came the day that the police arrested me for possession of a controlled substance. And when I was put on probation and was trying to get my life together out there, but people I had ran with, or been around, people I had been going around and all, they would never leave me alone. I moved somewhere and look up, they'll be there. And all, and I just got tired, and it was always something in Texas. It's just always something. And so I decided to leave, so I left.
I mean, I mentioned you had a house full yesterday, didn't you?
Yes, I left.
You left.
Yeah, I
He was
left.
on TV, they some of them just laughed, they got down on the floor crawling and laughed. Say he act like he was scared to death.
Yeah, I was nervous.
He said me that some out the lawyer office.
Yeah, because it was coming from behind that
Oh, I see.
tree.
He had to come behind the
So
tree.
we
She
saw
done-
both of them.
She done done that.
Well, good. I'm glad you was able to see, more than just one.
Came on right behind it. I watched the one on Channel 4. Caught that one.
Well, you sure did. You handled yourself very good on TV. Good to you were a very good interview.
They flew me to January 4th, 1969. They flew me to Dallas, Texas, at the hospital.
When did you lose your leg?
They amputated it March of 1970.
He was in the hospital almost for a year.
Did you ever have to serve any time at all?
Well, they stayed in the county jail like that.
When was
Until
that?
I could make bond. Like, see, it's so hard. Some of the people I had to trust. They could, because I
In '76, is that right?
76 when I first went in 76.
Okay, and that's when you had been in the county jail there. Okay. Do you know how long you may have been in there?
I stayed in there.
Okay, and were you were sentenced for what, possession? Is that
Possession.
what? And it was a 10-year sentence?
10-year sentence. and they had a case, a theft case. They said, Billy, see what it was, upon the camera. And I had bought from a friend of mine, well, I thought was a dude who lived in an apartment complex. I bought it from him, and the thing was calling out, I guess. If I accept that burglary, they would change it from they would change it from burglary to theft or something like that, and give me a probation on both of them. And said
On both
charges,
on both the drug and the burden. Oh, okay.
And then they said, now I could fight this. He said, but October 4th, and had a heart attack. October 19th was the day I was shot over that shit. I think that same day. All in October.
Gracious. Well, now, when you, you may have already said this.
As long as it's the United States, be a United States Marine Corps to protect it. So I wanted to be in the best. And I wanted to be the best in the best. So I even volunteered for recon. And I knew I had messed up then when I got in recon. All that training and I always knew how to swim, but when it come down to that DDT training and stuff like that.
You're fine.
I detect it.
You notice a lot more though when you're holding it.
Yeah.
I've done it before, and you just kind of go in like this.
Well, too, it's shaking backwards and forwards in the cameras. I just have to pick it up and set it from side to side. What time will we go?
Farrell's dude. You didn't know that? It's like an 8-page spread in Playgirl. It's true. They, last November's edition. Go back and look in your files. Yeah.
Does it look similar to something I read?
I don't know, does it?
I don't know, I didn't check. Anything spread.
I'm supposed to go back and get some of your Playgirls.
I don't have any now.
It's already bad.
John, you look like you going scuba diving that building. That's all bad.
Which room is it you? This last one. Okay, you gonna wait till everybody gets in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get them just turn around and, I don't think they're nice.
Can you turn it off and go to the bathroom?
Okay, we ready now.
That's all you want.
Mildly.
Randy?
Yeah.
She couldn't get in touch with her. I'm calling her now. There's still no answer.
Well, you call me and let
If
me
I
know,
can, I
brother.
will.
Bo, you call and let me know.
Okay?
Okay, good.
Hey, Dick.
Yeah.
It was nine, that one happened. I just got that. Won't eat nothing. Till we get to court, I thought that. Yeah, they got plenty of them out there. Trial's not going on. Yeah,
reception consisted of her representing to Dan E. Ponder Jr. And she had purchase orders for $147,000 of M, gift,
Circle or half circle?
because I know that it can cause hardship to each and every one of us having to leave home, jobs, and things that are important to come down here. We do have one more day of court tomorrow, but I'm going to, now, if anybody wants to come back tomorrow, we'll be back. I'll release all of you who want to be released. No, all of you want to be released.
Check.
Are placed at the home. First, I have decided to accept the recommendation made by the Enterprise Planning Commission concerning distances between businesses selling alcoholic beverages and public and private schools, churches, YMCA, or public playgrounds to safeguard our city's treasury from any possible loss of public money due to distance suits. What is the desire of the council?
So we have no need for it and need the space. Because it's finishing up to us.
What coverage does this type of suit have? Anybody know?
Joe Pittman told me the type of answer you get on any insurance letter that they were not going to come.
Motion and second, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed.
I know that Mr. Bishop and other members of this council have been badgered by individuals and by the press in spelling out what's going to happen because we've got a lawsuit filed against us.
Parking ordinance. Any questions, Fleming?
Hold.
Thompson?
In favor.
Lester in favor. Murdoch?
Opposed.
Mr. Bishop? Aye.
They can close the fire pool into action or fire up the first round in less than 1 minute. To the field commander for evaluation and plans. Let's have a hand for a demonstration from A Company, Base Aviation Training Battalion, Pennsylvania Airport. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, 7,000 pounds and can internally transport 33 combat-equipped tools. This greatly supplements the ground forces and means timely and accurate movement of men and material out of battle. Consists of tactical battlefield operations, air-to-ground coordinations, and air assault missions. Needs to maintain speed, but the aircraft must be close to the terrain. The Cobra will demonstrate a circling approach to the intersection to our front, showing how the aviator in a tactical environment can locate his landing area and return for a safe landing. The Cobra has a venomous arsenal of weapons to support ground and air operations. Most notable among these weapons is the TOW missile system. The TOW is a rounds of ammunition. While we have our Cobra facing us, notice how easily the gunner is able to move the 20mm cannon on the nose of the aircraft in order to keep you in his sight at all times. This capability enables the pilot to engage open targets at angles away from his line of flight. Let's have a hand for a demonstrator from the A Company, 7th Aviation Training Battalion, Yankee Army Heliport. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to introduce the latest addition to the Army Aviation Arsenal is a two-place attack helicopter powered by two 1,069 695 horsepower gas turbine engines. It has a cruise speed of 179 miles per hour and a maximum speed of 227 miles per hour. It's a modular weapon system with 1,200 rounds of ammunition and is normally armed with 38 2.75-inch rockets and 8 Hellfire missiles. The Hellfire is a free-flight, laser-guided, anti-armor missile with an effective range in excess of 3,500 yards. The AH-64 will eventually replace the AH-1 Cobra as the Army's primary attack helicopter. It has vastly improved maneuvering capabilities, allowing it better flexibility on the battlefield. As you can see, the pilot is able to hover sideways at speeds of up to 27 miles per hour. Laser designated on target. To further demonstrate the power and maneuverability of the AH-64, our pilot will now demonstrate a maximum performance vertical climb to 2,000 feet. Let's have a hand for our demonstrators from D Company, 7th Aviation Training Battalion, Yankee Army Heliport. The Army also has cargo helicopters in its inventory. The CH-47W, a tandem rotor helicopter equipped with two engines capable of 4,500 horsepower each, has a maximum gross. The D model represented here will be the model which will eventually replace the A through C models presently in the inventory with better lifting capabilities and strong Artillery Detachment, another 1st Aviation Brigade unit of Fort Rucker to support Stewart aviator training. The howitzer is capable of armor and built-up emplacements. They can place the howitzer into action and fire off the first round in less than 1 minute. Let's have a hand for our demonstrators from the 260th Field Artillery and C Company 8th Aviation Training Battalion, Cairns Army Airfield. Due to operational constraints, the UH-60 Blackhawk will not be participating in today's demonstration. In the museum, where years of Army aviation memorabilia are on display. Let's have a hand for our demonstrators from C Company, 8th Aviation Training Battalion, 260th Field Artillery, and C Company, 509th Infantry. We hope you have enjoyed today's presentation and will visit the static display aircraft we have for you. Ladies and gentlemen, join in and have a great big round of applause for Captain Ed Powers and his narration. Super job. Thank you so much, Captain Powers. We're quite honored to be able to see a demonstration like that right here in Dothan. That'll make you locally proud from having observed your own Fort Rucker people. From your left, the exciting Wing Rock and Roll Aircraft, and the pilots are trained in evasive maneuvers. The Mohawk is the only ejection seat bailout system available in the Army aircraft inventory today. Originally designed as a close air support plane, the gathering including the radar antenna. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you will see our CH-47 approaching from the right. The crew will now demonstrate the loading and pickup of the 105mm howitzer and crew.